All right, what's up, everybody? Nick Minerath. This is gonna be my first official video, so I wanted to do a little intro. I never uploaded to YouTube. I always just made content through Instagram, but I feel like when you got something motivational to help people, you should use every platform possible. So I'm gonna start uploading to YouTube. Basketball related stuff, fitness related stuff, life related stuff, all just to help motivate people to be a better version of themselves. So many people lack motivation and self-worth. That's why I started my podcast and started making content. I just felt like people could just use the slightest bit of motivation to help them change their life, and do it through fitness, because I believe that's the easiest way. You know, I changed my life forever at 20 years old through fitness, sports, obviously, basketball, getting a college scholarship, going back to school, getting a 4-year college degree, graduating with honors, and then going on to play 11 years professional basketball all over the world. And I still play. France, Spain, Puerto Rico, Russia, the States, Korea, Dubai. So I mean, I feel like I got a lot to offer people in a lot of different aspects when it comes to sports and fitness and just mindset. So, that's why I started making content in the first place. Yeah, I know, I get it. Everybody's a fitness influencer now. Everybody and their mother's a fitness influencer. Everybody's making content. Everybody's trying to sell you something, tell you how to live, tell you how to eat, tell you when to wake up. I get it. I'm part of that. But, hey, if I feel like I can motivate somebody to change their life in a positive way, then that's what I'm doing it for. I'm trying to get people to stop drinking, stop doing drugs, stop doing shit that is just self-sabotaging their goals and the people around them. So again, I just wanted to do an intro. Yeah, I'm not knocking people who try to sell shit all the time either. I mean, everybody's trying to get out of this 9-to-5 rat race. So I'm not even knocking people who are, trying to sell you their merch and sell you their online training programs. Yeah, I'm an online trainer too, and I train people in person. But I'm not going to be on here trying to sell you stuff all the time. But again, I'm not knocking people who do that, because people are trying to get out of that 9-to-5 rat race that, the world has been in for the last 100 years. Something different. So, but no, I just wanted to do an intro, introduce myself again. My Instagram is thecapecodkid. We're just out here trying to motivate people and show people a better way through fitness, every aspect of life. Again, I changed my life through basketball, but through fitness. None of it's possible without fitness. So, I was able to go back to school, play pro basketball, change my family's life with basketball, and create a life for myself and my family. And none of that's possible without, building this first. And I think a lot of people, it just takes something so small for them to, whether they see something or hear somebody speak, and it just flips that switch inside of them. So if they can go from, self-sabotage and no self-confidence to seeing me talk, or hearing, seeing a video of mine, and, to flip that switch and have them start going to the gym again, start trying to be a better person, start trying to live clean. That's what I started making content for. So, all right, we're at Crunch Fitness now. It's 6:57. I've been sitting here too long talking already. Setting my camera up. I forgot, I don't have my my microphone. I bought a new iPhone. I went to plug in my microphone. Doesn't fit. Old iPhone cord doesn't fit. It's a C port now, so I'll probably do a voiceover for this video, which is whatever. Today we're doing a chest and tricep day. Again, I usually do, now these days I'm working out more like a bodybuilder, not an athlete. So we do close to 20 sets for each, 20 to 25 sets of chest, 20 to 25 sets of triceps. So we're gonna get it. All right, let's go. All right, so like I said, we're starting off with chest and biceps. I know earlier in the video I said chest and triceps, but I actually did triceps the day before, so here we are, chest and biceps. Whenever I start off, I always do a ton of hypertrophy work to start. Lots of lightweight, high rep stuff. I really believe in warming up. You know, everybody has their own opinions on warming up. Some people go straight to heavy. They say, you know, what's the point of warming up when you're lifting weights? I completely disagree. I think my sports background is probably the reason why. I always believed in warming up for basketball. I never understood how people could just go out onto the court right away and just start dunking or sprinting. I truly believe warming up in anything fitness related is going to benefit you in the long run. There's just no way that just jumping straight into an exercise is going to be more beneficial for you in the long run than actually warming up your joints, your shoulders, your triceps, your tendons, all that stuff. So here we are. I've been doing a ton of decline bench lately. My chest development isn't terrible. It's, you know, chest development is big on genetics, and I don't have the best chest genetics, but I don't have terrible chest genetics either. You know, I've made pretty good strides in my chest, so I've been doing a ton of decline bench to really, you know, really get my lower shelf going. So when I'm doing chest and biceps, I never do just, you know, 20 sets of bench and then 20 sets of biceps afterwards. I always intertwine the workouts. So I'll do chest exercise, biceps, chest, biceps. Or I'll superset, you know, I'll do a chest decline bench and then hop into maybe some cables. But right now we're doing, you know, like I said, a bunch of decline sets. You know, usually I'll pick 5 exercises that I'm going to do that day for chest, or 4 exercises. Like if I choose 4 exercises, then I'll do each one at least 5 times. If I choose 5, I'll do each one at least 4 times. So today we started off with barbell decline bench, which I've been doing lately. A lot of gyms won't have it. In this gym, it's always available. So, you know, this is one exercise that I've been trying to really do a lot of, like I said, to get that lower shelf going on my chest. So I never really go heavy. Like I said, I hardly ever have a workout partner. So that's really part of it. I would probably go heavier if I had a workout partner, but I'm always solo. So, you know, it is what it is. I hardly ever go above 225. Usually I'll stick with, you know, super high reps with just one plate, and then I'll move up to 185. Sometimes I'll put on 4 and do 225. But again, I hardly ever go above that. I'm really just trying to do as much controlled, full reps as possible, full range of motion. You know, I'm hardly ever just trying to just, you know, press as much weight as I can and do, you know, quarter rep, half reps. You know, if I had somebody there spotting me, it'd be a different story. Like I said, I wouldn't mind trying to, you know, get my bench numbers up a little bit, but, you know, here we are. I don't use the Smith machine too much. You know, a lot of people could say, oh, you know, you could just use the Smith machine, you know, and lock it out and try to get your numbers up. But, you know, I really don't care. You know, getting a big bench really has, you know, there's no motivation for me to do that. I'm trying to gain mass. I'm trying to get definition. So, you know, bodybuilder mindset, not powerlifting mindset. But here we are. Like I said, I'm just doing hella sets of decline bench, intertwined with some easy bar curls. So it's just back and forth, back and forth. And by no means do I think that doing lightweight only is going to gain you mass. No, I do believe that you really got to press some serious weight. I mean, I don't think you can just come in the gym and just bullshit, you know, with super lightweight. I don't care how many reps you're doing. I do think you have to put weight on the bar at some point, whether it's, you know, so you're maxing out at 5 reps, 6 reps. You know, I never do singles or doubles. Like I said, I'm always working out by myself. So, like, the most weight I'll ever put on is to where I can only get 5. Here, you know, I'm just doing 4 plates. I love the hammer strength machines. In my opinion, they're the best ones at crunch. This crunch that I go to actually has a ton of equipment, tons of leg machines, tons of chest machines. Like I said about the decline bench, they got like 3 decline benches. They got a ton of hammer strength chest machines. Like, I love these ones right here. You can do the single arm, you can do both arms. They're just so smooth. So if your gym has hammer strength equipment, be lucky, because a lot of these gyms have this life fitness crap when it comes to machines. And I mean, that stuff's absolute garbage. So this gym is brand new, actually. It opened up like less than 6 months ago. So everything's still brand new. The management seems to be good, so everything's clean. Nobody's leaving weights around in this gym, honestly. Like I said, I know it's a newer gym, but it's still packed every time I come in here. I mean, it opens at 5. I get there, at 5:30 usually or whatever, and there's a good crowd every single day. I mean, people are there to work, not to bullshit. So people aren't throwing their weights on the floor, leaving that bullshit around. But yeah, so I went from the decline bench to the hammer strength machine, which was a decline pressing movement as well. I mean, it's hard to tell from that angle that I was at, but that hammer strength machine was actually a semi-decline as well. So I'm just going from the free weight to the machine. And this machine, I'm telling you, this is my favorite machine to use for bench. Like, it's hard to tell from this angle, but like, you really have to, like, at 6'8" and long arms, I really have to move my body to get into position to get it off the rack. So it's a super deep start, which I love. So it's a big stretch, and you really get a good squeeze at the top when it comes together. And back to the easy bar curls in between. So I hardly ever take much break, honestly. I don't understand people who take 5-6 minutes. Again, unless you're powerlifting and you're exerting so much energy and force just for that single or that double, like, I don't understand people who taking 5-minute breaks in between. That's why if you're not supersetting and you're doing 2 body parts, which I don't care what 2 body parts you're doing. It doesn't have to be like a bro split, chest and triceps, or biceps, triceps, or back and biceps. I mean, it could be anything. Shit, it could be like I did today. I could be doing chest, and instead of biceps, I could just do calves. Anything to where you're just doing one exercise after another, and you're not sitting around for 5 minutes. I mean, anybody can do calves. Like, you really don't have to get your mind right. It's not like doing legs, just to do calves. So do your work. Like, never be sitting around for extended amounts of time. I don't care what exercise you're doing, but just go from one exercise to the other. So here, we jumped on the preacher bar curl. I love this one. I really like the machine preacher bar curl a lot more than the barbell one. I mean, this is good if you have like dumbbells and you're doing single arm movements. I think this is a good one, but again, it's not terrible. I'm not hating on preacher curls. I always do a few sets at least of it, but I'd rather use the machine. And that's like actually one machine in this gym that I swear to God, somebody's always on it. So they have 2 of these, so I always just jump on these. But I really like the machine preacher curls. But shit, I swear to God, there's always somebody sitting on it, not doing shit, just sitting on it, clogging up the machine. But it is what it is. We're going to get it in regardless. So I like to hop on this, do at least 5 sets, I think, in between. I'll just jump in from the hammer curl, back and forth, back and forth. Like, the benefit of having a gym that has everything and multiples of, they only have one of this machine, but, tons of chest equipment. you can go back and forth with machines. There's not somebody trying to, jump on my machine the second I turn my back. So, I got to be honest, I'm impressed with the way this gym is set up. I always like Crunch, I'll be honest, but the other location that I went to isn't shit compared to this one, honestly. This one's so much better, like I said. They got the dumbbells. I think the dumbbells go up to not that I use them, but I think the dumbbells go up to 120, which is impressive, honestly, for any mainstream gym. I mean, nobody's using that shit. They're dusty as hell, but it just shows you that they actually care. They have multiples of every single weight, too. So it goes up to 120. I think they have 3 of every single weight. So 10s, they got 3 sets. 15s, they got 3 sets. 20s, they got 3 sets. There's at least 3 or 4 sets of each dumbbell. So now I'm on the adjusted cable flies. I love this machine. Like, if your gym doesn't have this machine, honestly, your gym sucks. This is one of the best machines. You can adjust it for anything. Perfect for chest, for rear delts. Here we go. Here's an interaction from a guy. Again, this is gym culture at its finest. I mean, just the positivity, people you see on a regular basis. I don't even know this guy, but I've seen him a few times. He's always just so positive. Every time he sees me, says hi, and, just to keep working, and, how, he's getting up there in age, but he's still going to the gym every day, and, just on, just all positivity. Don't ever let anybody tell you that gym culture is negative, or if you feel self-conscious. I mean, these interactions happen all the time with me, and the people are just so positive and just happy just to be there, doing something better in their lives. But here, like I said, I love this machine. Perfect for chest. You really get a tight squeeze at the bottom. I love cables. There's really nothing better than cables. Dumbbells always takes a back seat to, anything cable related, in my opinion. As much as I love free weights, cables is where it's at. There's just no substitute for the tension that you get, from the moment that you start pulling from the top to the bottom of the set. There's just constant resistance. And as far as muscle growth is concerned, you really can't beat that. There's just constant time under tension. So any good cable machine, especially one like this, you got to take advantage of it. And here I'm just supersetting with dumbbell single arm, and I'm doing both, just different variations. I mean, we're just keeping it simple. Don't let a lot of these online influencers just fool you about you gotta do these crazy ass exercises you see them doing, and you wonder like how the hell am I supposed to do that? I'm not that advanced. I'm not, I don't know if I'm ready to be doing that. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to mess it up. Listen, just stick to the basics and go hard. That's the only recipe you need, especially if you're just starting out. Stick to the basics and go hard. Go to failure. Go beyond failure. Don't push so much weight that you can't handle, but lower the weight, control the tension, and just go as hard as you can. That's why machines are perfect for people, especially when they're starting out. You don't need to go straight to the free weights, to the barbells, the dumbbells. Stick to the machines. The machines will help you control everything that you're doing. It'll help you learn the movement before you jump to the dumbbells. Don't expect just to know how to do every movement weightlifting. The reason why the machines are there is because you can't screw them up. When you're there's different variations, you know what I mean? You can learn to tuck your elbows better and, drive them to the floor when you're doing certain exercises. But for the most part, machines are there because you really can't mess them up. If you're doing weight that you can control, it's a lot easier to get the proper, reps in with a machine than with a dumbbell. I hardly ever see anybody really screwing up a machine where I'm like, damn, this dude just has no clue what the hell he's doing, and I should say something. Whereas with dumbbells, I constantly see people with dumbbells and barbells doing exercises where I'm like, Jesus, this dude's gonna, rip his bicep, throw his back out.
You know, do I say something? No, usually I let people do, you know, unless they're asking for my help. You know, I hardly ever butt in and tell people how to work out. But it always amazes me just how out of control some people are with free weights, where they could be doing the same exercise much simpler, much safer with a machine or a cable. Those are the movements that we ended up doing. So it was the decline bench. I ended up doing, I think, 6 sets. Then I ended up doing the hammer strength, seated decline. Same. I ended up doing 7 sets. And then I did the cable flies. I think I ended up doing 3 sets heavy and 2 sets lighter, just really controlling the pump. And I was doing biceps in between every single set. So we ended up around like 22, 23 sets for the day with chest and biceps. And then I always finish with free weight stuff. So here you see me doing the TRX. Let me explain something to you. The TRX is the most underrated device in your gym. Every gym has them. They're always just sitting there being unused. The TRX is the most underrated object. Like, if you don't own one, you need to buy one and have it at your house. It's the most underrated device in any gym. The way you can get a bicep pump with these things is unreal. I always finish my exercises with free weight exercises. Like, you know, today we're doing chest, so I always finish chest with push-ups. I always finish bicep with body weight curls on the TRX. The pump you get from these body weight curls standing is unreal. You don't even have to put your body at any crazy type of angle. You just, you know, put it at like not a 90, but, you know, maybe like a 70. And you just really control that and just bring yourself in. The pump is unreal, I promise you. And then, you know, just different push-up variations that we're doing. My chest was absolutely fried. I think I was doing like, you know, just sets of 10 to finish. My chest was absolutely cooked after the cable flies. But, you know, I always like to spend time in these rooms as well. This is just some yoga room they have in the gym. Again, I can't compliment this gym enough, honestly. It's super nice. And this gym is never being used. Like, so it's always just empty. You can always, you know, big mirrors, good lighting. You can always just come in here and, you know, check yourself out. You know, just end with a positive note, get a good vibe. Do your, you know, calisthenic works in here. Like I said, this is what I'm doing. So we're finishing up the workout here, the last set of push-ups. And then obviously it's mandatory to, you know, check yourself out in the mirror. My chest pump was man, it was full. I was full of blood today. You know, my front delts are always popping. I always overuse my front delts. I don't care what exercise I'm doing. It's a bad habit. I can't help it. So they're always overpowering my rear delts, which I still need to work on. But here I'm just going to check myself out. I mean, right now my body fat, honestly, is probably like 14%. I'm not doing any calorie counting. I'm not checking my diet at all. I'm still in what you call a bulking phase. And don't get me wrong, this is not an excuse to eat like shit and just, you know, make an excuse why I'm not sub 10 body fat. But yeah, the reality is I'm not doing any calorie counting right now. I just got back from overseas still, so we're just trying to get to about 285, and then, you know, I'll start my cut. But, you know, good pump today, felt great, and here we are. That's it. Get it. Whew. All right, good pump at the gym. Great workout. It always amazes me how many people are at the gym early in the morning. I mean, it's packed, especially Crunch, the one that I go to by my house. Like, it's packed. By 6 o'clock, it's packed. People are that. It's semi-packed right when they open at 5:30. Like, it always amazes me because I know people work. I mean, not everybody works, but
everybody who actually cares about their life is doing something. And people be here getting it in. So I always applaud people who work out and then go to work. You know, my dad did that his whole life. Running 5-6 miles every single morning before work. 20 plus years of that shit. Getting up at 4. It's easy to get up and work out when you don't got shit to do all day. I'll never understand people who, they don't have a job. They got nothing, you know, spending their time on or energy on. No kids, no job. And they're complaining about getting up early. Like, you should look forward to that shit. I don't like getting up early every day either. I mean, I'm tired too, but I don't got shit to do during the summer. You know, I'm not retired, so I'm not training full time, and I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. In the off season, which is still my off season from basketball for 2 or 3 months every year, the schedule is mine to do with what I wish. So, I mean, most of the time I look forward to it, but even on the days when I don't look forward to it, it's like, it's a blessing to be able to have those types of problems. Like not wanting to get up. Like, that's my biggest problem to start the day. My biggest problem isn't, you know, where my next meal is going to come from, or how am I going to provide for my family. Like, I got minuscule ass problems. Most people who complain about their problems, I mean, their life is so soft, it's unreal. And they're complaining about the most minuscule things that they could change in an instant. So, always count your blessings. Great workout this morning. Like I said, this will be my first video upload on YouTube. And it'll be my full chest and arm day. I know before I said I was going to do chest and triceps, but I did do triceps yesterday, so I just ended up doing chest and biceps. And we kept it simple. I mean, it's nothing fancy. You know, not like a lot of these, don't let a lot of these YouTube influencers fool you about how to work out, how to do these crazy exercises that, you know, you've never seen before. Like, wow, I got to implement that into my workout. Don't get me wrong. I'm always learning. I'm always on YouTube watching people. I'm always trying to gain knowledge about lifting weights, about training. Like, but don't let them fool you thinking that you have to do these crazy exercises to gain muscle, to gain mass. Like, it just doesn't work like that. Stay focused, stay locked in on what you're doing, and like, just show up. You're gonna be successful. Never go to the gym if you're not trying to get at least 1% better that day. Like, you shouldn't even waste your time. A lot of people say, well, you know, at least I went to the gym this morning. If you're not going with the mindset of at least trying to get even microscopically better, then you're really just wasting your own time. At least go there. You got up. You got changed. You went to the gym. You know, you put the effort in to go there. Like, don't just be a zombie. At least try to get microscopically better that day. You're not always going to kill it. Every time I go to the gym, I don't leave like, man, I just murdered it. No, it doesn't. It's not like that. A lot of the times it is like that, especially when the pump is hitting and you just feel amazing. But, you know, sometimes you just getting through it. And even if I just get microscopically better, that's all that matters. I'm never going to go in there and just waste time. Sit on machines, put a half-ass effort in. No, I'm going to still go hard on my sets. Even if I don't have energy, I'm still going to go hard on my sets. Like, honestly, to start the workout today, I really didn't have the greatest energy, but as soon as I got 1 or 2 sets in, the chest pump started going crazy. And again, the pump is the cure for everything. Once you start getting that pump regularly, it's an addiction. It's a better addiction than any drug you're ever gonna have. So it's pouring rain here. Headed home, so that's it. Hope everybody has a blessed day. Click the subscribe button, and like I said, I'm gonna be posting a lot of weightlifting material, a lot of training material, not just weights, but a lot of training material. I'm gonna be trying to upload, like, I don't know, every 2 days, upload a video, keep myself consistent. Nothing spectacular. Like I said, a lot of people think they gotta have these amazing YouTube videos, amazing edits, amazing workouts, otherwise nobody wants to watch them. Guess what? You don't need that. You just need an iPhone and a mindset that you're trying to get better every day. And that's it. Everybody have a blessed day. Click the subscribe button. And like I said, I'm not going to flood you with trying to buy my training programs and buy my merch. I'm just here to motivate. But my Instagram is thecapecodkid. And, you know, my link tree has all that stuff on it. So click the subscribe button, like and share. I appreciate y'all. Have a blessed day.